Hey everybody, welcome back to Don't Hate the Gamers Let's Play of Divinity Original Sin 2, the Definitive Edition. Last we left off, we did a little bit of shopping. We're damn near dead broke now. Because I just saw shit that I had to have.
Yeah, and a couple new expensive skills, and
yeah,
there goes 4,000 gold.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Not in any mood to
that sounds about right.
It.
Okay, so
and during the break, Tyler apparently saw people talking about Joe.
Yeah, a couple kids over here.
Yeah.
Let's I'm gonna talk to this dog real quick since we're right here. And I remember
the dog lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
Something about
what are you looking
this.
at? I'm sick here. Get lost. Got a pain in the neck. Got a bad pain in the neck.
It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within its throat. Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin.
Yeah, can we throw this guy off the pier?
And growls. The dog gives you a long, hard stare, but does not bite you. Yet. The dog goes to bite your hand, and then realizes the pain is gone.
Hey, I feel okay. Thanks, woman. I think I'll wander off now. Here, before I go, what can I do to show my gratitude? Master did. Huh? Wait a minute. Master hurted me? Excuse me a minute. I'm gonna go now, but first I have a thing I need to do.
He turns to his master.
You bad man, you!
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away. God damn it. That was my livelihood. Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here. No. You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes. You would do that, wouldn't you? I couldn't prevail upon you to change your mind, could I?
Wish I could give the money to the dog or like do something for the dog.
Right. No, I'd want to take all of his cash after that.
He gives you a
vile
cool look,
shit.
Then rummages in his pocket. He hands you the contents. That's your lot. Go on then. Get lost, you freeloader. I'm working here.
Nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients.
Alright, well, on to these friends of Joe.
The kiddos, yeah.
This could be an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Hello, missus.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
You be careful. My daddy's a magister. No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here. We're waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He'll be back soon.
He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy.
Fort Joy?
That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back.
Oof. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's right. I think he's an idiot. And when he gets back, I'm going to tell him so.
Oh, I guess can't go back and tell him he's dead.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Well, I'm gonna...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See what happens.
You be careful. My dad...
No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here. We're waiting for our friend. He went for a swim.
He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy.
Fort Joy?
That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back.
I'm gonna make two kids cry.
Yeah.
Cool. How did you know that?
Have you seen our friend Joe?
Tell them the truth about Joe. They have to grow up sometime.
Oh, Red
Everybody's
Prince.
chiming in.
No, can't hurt them. Don't tell them.
You know...
How are you leaning on this?
Tell them the truth.
God. Joe was eaten by a shark.
Oh. Oh, this is just brutal. Yeah. We're gonna go kind of evil here.
Yeah,
All right,
I
kids,
mean,
it's time you heard the truth.
Oh,
Joe was eaten by a shark.
okay.
She bursts into tears, then looks from you to her and back again, then starts crying too.
oh god.
Yeah, I'm not going down here.
After a moment, the crying subsides. Ben and Harriet snuggle into you.
Aw.
You're cold. So where's Joe?
Joe went to the farm. There we go.
It's,
His ancestors in the Hall
options.
of Echoes.
It's okay to say you don't know. You don't have to make stuff up.
I think we should go home.
I mean, I think
Come on,
you'd know,
Ben.
you know. You're a
Thank you,
skeleton.
mister.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, mister.
They skip away, still children, but now, somehow, older than before.
Holy crap! Quest rewards. They're all crap, but it's the principle of the thing.
Yeah.
That'll sell for the most. Well, I feel kind of terrible.
You know, it's a
Kiddos,
tough, it's a
Joe's
tough world.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hackles raised, the dog barks at the sand built up beneath the building.
There's something not right, and that's wrong. It's under the house thing there, and it's bad. I can smell it. You be careful now. What's under there smells real bad. It smells evil.
Something
Always
evil.
trust the animals in this game.
Said it was underneath.
Yeah, under the building.
I don't care if we tear
Oh.
this place apart.
Oh, hey.
I'm just passing through.
We'll find him.
Good. This town has enough problems. Tell me, have you seen a man around here? Grey beard, grey cloak, a look of madness in his eyes.
Let you know if I find that
The
person.
Magister's eyes narrow, and her lip curls as she assesses you.
It's vital that you report anything unusual. We must know. Is that clear? He arrived in
Okay.
Driftwood some days ago, dressed as a tinkerer. He bought and sold a few knickknacks. But we thought nothing of it until our brothers started vanishing. As soon as he knew we were onto him, he ran. We think he's hiding in here, but he's a canny one. Now, be on your way. Who knows where he could strike next?
Oh, that was 3 journal updates all at once. Well, let's look at... You know what? Let's check on that maester that we just rescued. And see if we can talk to her. Here we go.
Go away.
And that is
or I'll
north
sorcery you. I'm going to send you to Fort
east of here.
Elsa, my inkwell is dry. Fetch me some more.
And
This place has
here we
seen
go.
better days.
Oh, yeah.
damnable red cloak baboons ransacking my wardrobes. As if I would keep ancient valuable secrets in a pile with my unmentionables.
She takes a deep breath, and with a twist, a click, and a screech of pain, she shoves her shoulder back into its socket.
I swear by the seven if we did not have more important matters to attend to.
Reaching across the table, she pulls a bowl of hot water towards her and fishes some bandages, a needle, and thread out of a box. She slowly starts to tend to her wounds.
At least the barbarians were unable to club their way into my vault, so everything you need should be safe.
Here we
In
go.
your case, more than I suspect, man, god or even reptile can provide. However, we must soldier on. It is not enough to be God-woken in order to ascend to divinity. There is a process.
As she speaks, the Meister uncorks a vial of shimmering liquid, sauce. She lets a couple of drops fall on her hand, but instead of infusing with her body, they quickly evaporate on her scales. She stares at the empty spot on her palm for a long moment before turning back to you, continuing as if nothing had happened.
A process by which God-woken may ascend. It begins with discovering your deepest self, delving into your own soul. We shall begin once we have the tools we need from my vault. You may have been chosen God-woken, but becoming divine requires more than a supernatural pat on the head.
I was hoping for some sort of shortcut, but okay.
Come, God-woken. It is time to see just how awake you are. Fortunately, attention to art as they do to fashion. Kindly remove that painting from the wall.
All right.
I pray my instructions will not be too technical for you. Your talent for push the button. Now, kindly go to the vault and enter the combination. I shall call it out as you go.
Okay.
Follow me.
There we go.
Your time is at hand, God-woken.
Ooh, another big old source fountain.
Feel free to look about while I catch my breath. Weird contraptions. This place is an alchemist. Speak to me when you wish to proceed. And try not to break anything in the meantime.
Opening the
There we
door,
go.
you see a selection of ingredients thrown.
Ooh. Talking more to the Meister if you want to listen in.
Yeah. Just reading books over here.
Hey, nothing wrong with that in this game.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, God-woken?
Total responsibility to others.
Just so. To accept divinity is to accept responsibility for the lives of every person and beast that walks Riverlon. If granted divinity, you would have the power of all 7 gods at your disposal. You could heal any wound, pull islands from the sea, right any injustice.
Ooh.
But make no mistake, the divine has only one duty: to protect this world from the void. The divine cannot use his power for anything else. Very well, then. Let's see if we can't snatch divinity from the jaws of the void. The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then, well, not inhale the smoke, but whatever the skeletal equivalent is. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, itchy bones, or a dire sense of existential dread. They are all perfectly normal, although you will need to sacrifice a little sauce along the way.
Okay.
Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard. Sauce in the glowing fountain. Ritual in the tome by the bookcase. Even an incinerator to provide a flame.
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Quite. Mind you, being torn asunder by a Voidwoken would be even more inconvenient. So if you wouldn't mind...
The Meister points sharply to the ingredients cupboard.
And do not lose anything. These ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not hiking back out to the cloisterwood to fetch you more blackroot.
After a quick rummage, you spot the blackroot nestled between the grated dragon's tongue and Druidine oil. You gather up the blackroot, obsidian lance, and ancient bowl, and kick the door of the cupboard closed.
Okay, I like that a whole lot better than how it was in the original version, where all the ingredients were scattered around this basement area.
I was going to say, I remember this being more elaborate.
Yeah. I mean, all the ingredients were down here, but they weren't all in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
You had to kind of scramble around a little bit.
That is nice. It's like, why not just make it a little faster?
Yeah. So I think it's... You use the lancet. And then you combine... the lancet and the... come on. Ritual bowl. And you put that together. And then you combine the ritual bowl with the blood on the lancet. Okay. I need the book on the ritual.
Oh man, Medusa head skill book over here.
Ooh. Perfect. That is if you have, like, blackroot, blood, and then light it all on fire, inhale the smoke, and trip balls. Sounds like a pretty bitchin' Sunday night. All right. Put that in the center. There we go. All right, pardon me.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading. As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
This recess of my soul. But it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
Okay.
Bathed in the half-light of these starless barrens, you spot a figure you could only describe as a second self. It looks haggard and weak, its very voice but a feeble echo of your own.
My chosen, come closer, so that you may see me as I truly am. Look me in the eyes.
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands. You suddenly feel your eyes tingle. Everything becomes brighter, sharper.
I got a
Blacks
new
and
ability.
whites become glorious bursts of color, then
Spirit
fade
vision.
back into their accustomed spectrum.
Blind eyes, shine brightly, speak the spell, and see.
Amadia here is a bit talky.
God is the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the god Rallic.
I imagine
in
Rallic
all
just
his
said, hey,
full glory.
You know me now.
help me,
don't
we're
you?
getting out of here, right?
I saved
I'm
you
still
from
talking to
drowning.
him as I had to
Oh, okay.
reorganize my
Made you powerful.
bar.
And now I've come to seek some power in return.
Although I'm sure he will
Your
be
God-woken soul
brief.
is my last refuge.
Yeah.
My last bastion. May as well make the best of what you have to offer.
Rallic nourishes himself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself.
Ah, yes. Just what I needed. I tell you, dying just doesn't become a god. The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained. We're battling for our very survival. It's a battle we're losing. And should we truly lose, all will be cast into oblivion. To save us
Sorry about
both,
the coughing.
as a matter
Just a
of
little
fact.
tickle in the back of
You
my throat.
must realize that our fates are now as one, just as our souls are now as one. We are.
Oh, she's
I.
feeding me the Highlander
Together
lines.
we are a force to be reckoned
There can
with.
be only one.
But if we seek to survive the
Somebody get
onslaught of
Queen
the
playing the
void,
title theme.
we
Oh,
stand
man.
no chance unless we become vastly more powerful than we are now. That means there is but one place we can go. The Well of Ascension. It most certainly will be. The Well of Ascension is a lake, a pool of pure source in which the powers of the seven lie united. We gave them up freely to create the first divine. Each of us donated half of that which makes us gods. To bathe in the lake is to become our chosen. That is where the road to divinity leads, and you must be the first to reach it at all costs. It was a time of selflessness and sacrifice in the face of our old enemy. It was an act of heroism and a dreadful mistake. A mistake we must rectify. The void is stronger than ever. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in the source of the seven, but to take it. All of it. Only she who claims everything will be everything. The void's doom. This world's liberator. It's very simple, really. They will either bow to you or be undone. But of course, that is what they are saying to their own God-woken as we speak. We both know they won't bow, just like we both know you will never bow to them. Only one can become a god strong enough to safeguard our world. One, at the expense of all others. So make no mistake, my champion. Chances are the road to divinity will be paved with dead gods, their blood on your murderous hands. But don't let that dismay you. For these sins will be washed clean by the knowledge you committed them to save all of existence, to save your kin, and your loved ones, and the world they live in. Of course, the ends do justify the means. Life, or the eternal void. If you choose life, you choose the Well of Ascension. I will lead you there when you're ready, when you've become a true master of the Source and speak the language of creation itself. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source like only a God-woken can, and wield its most powerful spell.
hoarse laughter rolls and echoes into infinity.
You are already formidable, my chosen. But you underestimate just how much more formidable you could be. We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But first, you must learn to channel the source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek masters of the source. You must make them teach you, so that you may become a master in turn.
Finally finished that up.
So, return to Rivellon and seek out these sages where they dwell.
Yeah.
Convince them to share with you their deep-seated bond with the source. Once you have, you may return to me here. Something that will make you understand that for a god, there is precious little difference between the living and the dead. Source is. It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life is source, and in source it is. Immortally so. You have the vision of a god now. Eyes that can see spirits, the souls of the dead made manifest in source. Speak the spell during your peregrinations, and you will see them. Where the dead lie, the dead linger. Best of luck, my champion.
Well, Maester Siva started talking to me the minute I popped out, so... kind of amazed I'm not dead.
I'm back.
All right.
She sighs impatiently as you hold your head in your hands, rubbing what's left of your temples.
I love how the dialogue in this is ever so slightly modified just for the undead characters.
You can't channel enough source? Gods be damned, why couldn't you have a nice simple problem? Finding an orc to dance the hornpipe, perhaps? Indeed not. And ever more difficult when you've been purged. I was a master of source once, but no longer. The Magisters saw to that. The river of my source has been damned. My link to the font from which it flows, severed. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to. Were the circumstances any different, I would indeed agree. However, it is the path we walk, no matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them. And you do not seem to be paying attention. Sorcerers, evil, controlling your source, saving Rivellon, please. Please tell me at least some of this rings a bell. Your focus, your only focus, must be on finding these masters. On finding the secrets to divinity. Nothing else matters. The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource.
Okay.
But do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time, and I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just keep your eye sockets peeled. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
Oh. Sir Laura wants to talk again.
the shield. You ought to be quite used to such journeys into that stone realm by now. Meanwhile, the acorn draws nearer. I read through some tomes I saw that cranky old lizard carry.
Sir Laura and the Great Acorn.
But nothing like the power we need to stop the Knights of Dre and their wicked plot. Our gargantuan friend has something of a one-track mind, Quercus? Why are all giants so focused on taking all they can? Yes, our shield may have given a lot of itself. I had noticed, you know. I owe our shield my life several times over. I hardly need to grovel and thank it each time. I'm sure it knows I appreciate it. Now, if you're quite finished ogling your favorite long-legged scratching post, we need to get on and save the world already.
Absolutely weird.
And I have this spirit here.
Yeah. The spirit of the apprentice? Yeah.
Did you talk to her already?
I haven't yet. You can talk to her.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you. She seems surprised.
You can see me. A god woken in my presence. You honor me. I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear tales of the ritual, of what lies beyond. Such wonders, such powers. I decide to pursue them myself. Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not God-woken. But in my heart, I know I'm special. I try. I burn the root. I breathe the smoke, and it burns me back.
That's tragic.
No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot cry out. I leave my life behind with a shameful whimper.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special. I am dead.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Refill on our source.
Oh, yep.
All right. And now, ooh, we're a little over on this episode, but it was a lot of stuff that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and now I've got 2 pages worth of stuff too, and I gotta rearrange some hotbar stuff as well, but we can do that between episodes.
Sounds good.
So, we'll be back and off to find other masters of the source to, I don't know, get another source point, figure out how to do kids parties, whatever. So if you enjoyed what you've seen so far, like, subscribe, favorite, all that kind of stuff in the comments. Tell us whether you like us, whether you hate us. A good breakfast recipe, you know.
Oh yeah, I was down.
Whatever. Yeah. But yeah, as always, this is Mike.
This is Tyler.
We'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.